Roman also got a present.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what a present it was, man. So we're talking about the new belt?
We got a new belt.
Did that cancel one out? Because he still had 2 belts.
Boom.
Oh,
There's the problem with the new shiny golden belt.
It didn't, right?
No, it did. He's carrying one belt. So what's going on with the World Championship? Not Seth's World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Championship. The one that Buddy Rogers won, 55 some years ago.
Who?
Yeah.
So there's one title now that he has.
Supposedly.
One belt.
Yes.
Okay. I like it. I mean,
really?
Well, it looks like the other one. I like the dark tone of it. It's like that's a cool looking belt. It's not different, but I'd say out of the 3 that they had, I like that one. That's it.
Well, aesthetically, it's pleasing.
Yeah. So
storyline, it's a nightmare.
Well, what was the point of it? To get rid of the 2, right?
Right.
Yeah. So how we knew that had to happen. We've been asking for that. Why is this? What now? They give it to you and you ain't happy with it?
No, because I want that World Heavyweight Championship belt that Seth Rollins is holding should be, if they were going to do it, should have continued the lineage.
That should be.
And keep the Universal title as the Universal title.
Oh.
So now what happens? Are they merged? Do those 2 title histories go together?
Okay.
I mean, I swear to God.
Hold on. Because now I'm confused. So
right.
Seth Rollins has what?
The brand new World Heavyweight Championship belt. He is the first holder of the title.
Roman Reigns has what?
He has a new undisputed Universal Championship.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird.
It is weird.
And I'm wondering if Vince is trying to wipe out the history of the WWF. And hear me out on this, because I'll tell you, he's one little trick away from making Roman the second longest champion.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a way to push Backlund down if he wanted to do it. If you know the history of Bob Backlund's title reign, now they recognize it as a 6-year reign, continuous.
Okay.
But it was not a continuous reign. About 600 days in, it's about a year and a half-ish, or that'd be about right. Well, close to 2 years. Backlund went over to Japan and defended the title against Antonio Inoki and lost.
Ah.
Right?
Unsanctioned? Sanctioned.
Well, that's a good question.
Okay.
Then they had a rematch over in Japan a few days later, which went to a no contest because outside interference. But Inoki relinquished the belt.
Mm-hmm.
So the title was vacant. And about a month later, they had a match with Backlund and Bobby Duncum, which Backlund won to regain the championship. Mm-hmm. There was also a vacation where he had wrestled Greg Valentine and the belt got held up, and Backlund ended up winning the rematch.
Hey, can we just take the rest of the show and just go over Bob Backlund's illustrious history? I mean,
well,
where are we going?
Well, but there's a reason that I'm telling the story.
All right.
So Roman's got his 1,000 days, right?
Yeah. A little over.
If you would recognize the Antonio Inoki victory,
mm-hmm.
it takes, and forget about the two vacations of the title after that, it takes Backlund's reign down actually below Hogan's reign for consecutive days. So Roman, then, if you wanted to make him, there's no way he's going to catch Bruno.
Right.
But you could actually have Roman get to that, I think it's a 1440-ish.
What's Bruno?
Bruno's had a 7 or 8 year, it's a couple, near 3,000 days of his first reign. So yeah, it was a total of 10 years for the 2 reigns.
Damn.
But yeah, so you're never catching Bruno.
Okay.
But you could wipe out, if you recognize that reign, he could have Roman wipe out Hogan's reign, Backlund's reign, Pedro Morales' reign, and now his creation.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you really think about this, Hulk Hogan, even though, Hulkamania and everything happened, he didn't really create Hulk Hogan, because Hogan had started out being Hogan in the AWA and out on the territories. So Roman was his baby from start to finish. And I have a feeling that Vince wants to have his legacy be this guy. He can't do anything about Bruno.
Right.
But it wipes out the territory days. Issues with Hogan. It gets rid of superstar Billy Graham. But Pedro Morales, another long-standing champion, but not one that Vince was real big on, because as soon as Vince took over, Pedro got pushed aside.
Right.
I almost wonder if Vince would make that move. He could actually say, this is my guy. This is the greatest champion of all time.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean,
do you think he'd do that?
I don't think it's that calculated. I mean, for the lineage of the company and history. But I do think that, yeah, he's creating something special in Roman. Like, definitely he's putting him as a standout and, champion in history, because there's been so many. I mean, but then again, you got like a John Cena and like there's The Rock, Stone Cold. I don't know.
But then you keep hearing Backlund and Morales come up, and I think Vince just doesn't want to hear the names anymore.
You think?
Yep.
That's it? Okay.
That's what I think.
I'll give him a call after this and see what you think.
Please do.
Yeah.
But Vince, if you're listening, I'm sorry I gave you the out.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, I mean, but he could keep it for over 3,000 days.
Oh my God, you'd be pushing 10 years.
Well, there we have
but even if he tries to get past that 1,400 mark, that's still past WrestleMania next year. So this is, I'm curious. I'm curious to see where this all ends up with Roman holding on to his title.